Welcome all. This is Crypto One. I am Amar Kapoor. This session is a special session to bring you the new insights into the universe of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a generational monetizing financial system. So, what is Bitcoin? First of all, I want to let you know that this is Crypto One, and I'll be bringing you updates on the future of Bitcoin and its value system. We are all entrenched into the new cryptocurrencies and especially cryptography, which means we do value the science of deliberate creation. Money is a human construct. So is Bitcoin, a very thoughtful creation for the future evolvement of monetary system. Bitcoin is the outcome of a marriage of technological engineering and the finesse of financial technology. We call it fintech. But this time the update is on Bitcoin's where does it fit in? Is it a currency? Is it a Ponzi scheme? Is it a pyramid scheme? Or it's all fraud and fake? Well, I'll let you know and let you think about it as I present to you. Personally, I think Bitcoin is a new master asset. This is a new master asset class. Just like Vatican is a master class, a Mona Lisa or a Picasso are a master class. Buckingham Palace is a master class. And so is gold an asset. And Bitcoin has left gold far behind already and is not yet fully capitalized. So Bitcoin is not a currency. It is a safe haven, decentralized, permissionless, fungible trust protocol based on the blockchain network. And actually, it is becoming the internet money. And it is the most secure database in cyberspace. There are no central or third parties involved. The central banks do not have a hold on Bitcoin. They cannot govern Bitcoin. They cannot censure Bitcoin because Bitcoin is governed and ruled by the code. So Bitcoin came into being when there was financial crisis and meltdown in 2008. In 2009 was the birth of Bitcoin when Satoshi Nakamoto did a mathematician and probably has the help of financial software engineering finesse. So the code rules and governs Bitcoin. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is deflationary. Why? It is deflationary because there are only 21 million Bitcoins to be mined forever. There are no more Bitcoins after that. They're already in circulation in like 18 or 20 million Bitcoins. So that is why Bitcoin is deflationary. And we are going on a hyperinflation with our fiat currencies. All these currencies will be facing devaluation. So Bitcoin is deflationary and it becomes a special asset class. I call it a master asset class. The portal of Bitcoin will open the magnificence of engineering on the blockchain protocol with lightning speed and the new network. It will create superabundance, prosperity, and will become the most powerful asset for the welfare of humanity and planetary wellness. One of our phenomenal Bitcoin people is Michael Saylor. He is the CEO of MicroStrategy. And according to him, Bitcoin is the most powerful asset that humanity has seen or witnessed. So in the universe of Bitcoin, there has been a problem with two things. One is its energy consumption to mine Bitcoin. I would like to tell you that whoever said that did not do their homework. Actually, Bitcoin will become the least energy consumer. When you compare the current financial system and how the energy is utilized with the current financial system and compared to Bitcoin, Bitcoin uses 0.1% of the energy used by the current financial system. Secondly, Bitcoin will be morphing into a powerhouse of energy. How? For planetary wellness. This will create a new paradigm shift. There will be, when there is large adoption globally, Bitcoin will create a new paradigm shift with a massive global social movement in cyberspace. Bitcoin also has a problem with significant market volatility. It's so volatile that people do not believe in putting their money in Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin is not its value. The price fluctuates on demand and supply. The price predictions are difficult, very difficult. The price predictions are very bullish according to Bloomberg prediction of 400,000 by the end of the year. It seems too bullish for me. Volatility is very significant, but with volatility, there is opportunity and risk. So there are speculators, and there are gamblers, and very rich, they call them Bitcoin whales, who are manipulators, and they have used Wyckoff fractal patterns to enter, generate, aggregate, and distribute Bitcoin. So all the current methods of indicators, technical indicators, have really failed us in predicting the volatility of Bitcoin. there are certain methods that you can use to, apart from price, for valuing the network. The network has a value. Using Metcalfe's law of non-linear logarithmic model, we can assess, not predict, we can assess the Bitcoin's bull run from the current value to 100,000 by the end of the year, because there is going to be very large adoption by large institutions. 650 banks can now buy and sell Bitcoin, can hold your Bitcoin. That's a large change. And also we know that El Salvador is making Bitcoin the national tender. Japan has been using Bitcoin with their currency in a fashion that it's like a national tender, but they are not declared it. So using Metcalfe's law of non-linear logarithmics, we can predict that the Bitcoin at the end of the year could be 100,000. That would be the bull run. And it will go up to 331,000 in between 3 and 5 years, depending on the value of the network and worldwide adoption. Michael Saylor once again said, at its peak, when $500 trillion have, from the Forex, from the fiat currencies, financial systems, have morphed into Bitcoin, the total capitalization, it has reached the peak of 1.3 trillion. Currently, it is on the low side in the $700 billion. So when it morphs into $500 trillion, the total capitalization, I don't know how many years it'll take, maybe 5 to 10, 20 years, the total capitalization could be $2.1 quadrillion. That looks like a very phenomenal, unbelievable number, but that is mathematically calculated because there are only 21 million Bitcoins. And then if there is quietening of the volatility, it settles down when there is saturation of the market with Bitcoin adoption. But again, Bitcoin's market is driven by sentiments of extreme greed and extreme fear. There is nothing, and in between also. So all the current technical indicators, including MACD, Elliott's wave patterns, Wyckoff manipulating fractals, and also the Fibonacci retracement fractals, they have failed us in predicting the course of Bitcoin. But mind you, Bitcoin started in 2009 at 3 cents per Bitcoin. It went as high as $64,000 per Bitcoin. That is a phenomenal asset value. And it is so exponential that no other currency, no other asset value system, gold, platinum, or any stock markets, equities, have ever reached that status, despite its volatility. So we will need a new Bitcoin, which is specific for cryptocurrencies, a new model and a technical indicator to really see where the Bitcoin is heading. The past indicators that are very nice, are excellent for evaluating the stock market, bonds, and forex. They are really not helpful for Bitcoin evaluation. So the new Bitcoin indicator is in the making, and in the meantime, I would like you to shift your thinking from Bitcoin being given a lot of names to change your paradigm. When you change your paradigm, you will realize that a whole range of technology, software engineering, economics, mathematics, calculus, and the brain power of all people globally have enabled for blockchain to be ushered into this new era. When we do realize that Bitcoin activation as global tender will replace fiat currencies, and the price predictions, it seems that Bitcoin will be like pi. It can go from 3.14 to infinity. I also like the estimation of certain people and the philosophy of Bitcoiners. The philosophy of Bitcoiners is, I think, therefore I Bitcoin. In the end, I would like to bring it to your attention that there is some thoughtful process. This is a thought revolution. Just like Einstein's E is equal to mc square was based on thought experiments. This is a thought revolution that is a generational monetary financial system sea change. And it will bring superabundance to the planet. And all will prosper from it. There are small changes that are done, and upgrading will always be needed. And it is my belief that it becomes a powerhouse of energy for planetary wellness. And everything will morph into it, and it will bring, I call it, happiness and maybe enlightenment of some sorts in the financial system. I am not a financial advisor or an expert. So this is just educational information and insights into the universe of Bitcoin. I request that you read upon it. And I have read several books on Bitcoin, one being the Master Algorithms and Mastering Bitcoin, and of course, another book would be Blockchain Revolution. So these books may form the foundation of knowing Bitcoin. And I think, therefore I Bitcoin. Please keep up for new follow-ups, and do not forget Bitcoin. Think about it, read on it. If you think this is a Ponzi scheme, then I think you should not get involved in it. Thank you for listening, and we will continue in the future with Crypto One. Thank you.